I oopsie clicked.
I mean, look, it's okay. Luckily, I was fully dressed. Okay. So how are we doing tonight, Gwen?
We're doing pretty good. I'm excited because not only do we have one cool guest, we have two cool guests. So.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. I'm waiting to see the exchange of conversation here. I know a certain direction that I kind of want to take this, and I'm going to try and see if we can keep it in that direction. But you know what? This is a Paranormal Unveiled. We never know where the hell we're going to end up. Exactly. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. How was your weekend?
Uneventful, pretty much. I hung out with the bestie and did a little this and that. Not much. We have our powwow coming up this weekend and
that's going to be fun.
Yep, and one of our guests is coming up to go to the powwow with us. He's part of the tribe, so that is wonderful. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Over the last weekend, me and Morgan, we went down to Vermont for the Vermont Sci-Fi, Fantasy, and Horror Convention. I got to speak on a panel with Adam Berry, which was really cool. I met SVC Explorers of the Unknown. We had a little bit of an impromptu collaboration with them, which will be coming out on YouTube soon. Cool. So yeah, it was a fun weekend for us. It was a great event. Overall, I would definitely go back to the event. And Jeremy Brunton, I got to give Jeremy his credit. He did an amazing job running that panel. Cool. So I'm very, very happy with how everything went. It went really, really smoothly. It was fun.
I saw the post and I was like, good. I was hoping it was going to go well.
No, it absolutely did. And tonight we have two amazing people, one co-hosting with you and the other one our special guest. And so first, let's go ahead and introduce our guest co-host. Everyone out there, if you're not familiar, she has been on a few other podcasts for the network. So please welcome on my co-host, Morgs the Medium, Morgan Caldwell.
Hi, thanks for having me here tonight.
Hey.
No, we're more than happy, and I'm happy that you were able to do this. So thank you for taking the hour out of the night to come on and chat with us. So for anyone out there who's not seen you on any of the other episodes, can you tell us a little bit about yourself before we introduce our other guest?
Sure. So I have seen and talked to spirits since I was young, very young, probably about 3 would be my earliest memory. Kind of hid my abilities for the most part because there's no disclaimer, but I'm just going to say there are some shitty people out there sometimes when you come out.
Yes.
The
we
past
might want
3
to put
years.
the disclaimer up.
I'll do that for a minute.
I figured it was kind of like a PG-13 one, so it wasn't terrible.
It's okay.
Yeah, so I've been off and on reading, doing spirit readings and oracle card readings for about 20-something years. In the past 3 years, I've been more out in the open. So.
Yep.
And I
came out the closet, the paranormal closet.
Yep.
I was about to say, if you're coming out of the closet, there's something I need to know about here. No, so this weekend at Vermont, I wasn't paying attention to what was going on, but that was the first time I've actually physically, I believe, seen Morgan do an oracle card reading.
Oh, I wasn't actually doing one.
You weren't actually doing one?
No, I was just showing him, my method that I have the nickname for.
Right.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing an actual reading. I got confused there, my bad.
But you forgot your CRS, huh?
There you go. He has given me CRS, Morgan.
It is contagious. But no, I showed you 2 visits ago when I came to see you. When we were in your room, I showed you my method.
It's not there.
I forgot.
Which is crazy because it was him that I was reading, but okay.
Yeah, and I still forgot.
I thought
Raven,
he saw you read me in Connecticut last year. Hey, Raven.
Did I?
You walked by the table. You were off talking with someone.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dear Jesus, I need to start taking some of that ginkgo shit that they offer that's supposed to improve your memory, or fish oil or something.
That might be smart.
Yeah, especially since I'm sure Gwen and I could tell you like who you walked with, who else was around us.
Look, I've slept since then. I don't remember even walking around the convention, but I'm sure it happened.
It did.
But well, I'm sure it did. But yeah, so tonight, I appreciate you, Morgan, coming on to co-host for this episode for us. It's going to be an awesome conversation. I've had this guest on before, and we're going to hit on a few things that we touched on last time, but we're also going to take the show in a little bit of a different direction. And so please, everyone out there, please welcome to the show again. Welcome back, Blaine Rohan.
What's up, everybody?
Blaine, how we doing, brother?
Dude, I'm alive and kicking 6 foot above the ground, and you're not hunting my ass yet.
So when I first jumped into the pre-room, I thought Gwen was not there. And so Blaine was jamming out down there. What were you jamming out to?
Rico Kasich, a song called I'm Coming For You. It had Rico Kasich play with the Cars. He had Steve Stevens playing guitar for him on the song. He had Tommy Aldridge playing drums and John Entwistle from The Who playing bass on the song. It's a badass song.
Yeah, I pop into the back room and I see Blaine and he's jamming out. He paused it. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm jamming out. And he described what he was listening to. I was like, well, how in the hell is Gwen going to send me a message and ask me if I'm going to be in the room and she not even here?
I'm always in the
Well,
background.
apparently she was there. I just didn't know.
Yeah. Morgan, I'm going to ask you one thing real quick. Who is that little girl, Emily, that's over your left shoulder?
I'm not sure, but we did go to a location that's supposedly about an Emily last weekend.
Wow.
Yes, we did.
That's funny because she's literally standing over your left shoulder, or your right shoulder.
Jeremy, what's up? Yeah, we did go to a location. Obviously, I can't give too many details because the episode's not been released yet, but we did a collaboration with SVC Explorers of the Unknown over the weekend. Amazing thing. And the actual place is called Emily's Bridge.
Holy crap. You never told me that.
No.
Yep.
No, all I told you was that we did a collab.
You did a collab. That was it. But yeah, she followed you.
Okay.
So you got a new child spirit.
Jeremy,
Add it to the collection.
I know. So you'll probably see like 4 or 5 little kids standing behind me during the show too. So
as long as they're not standing behind me, I'm good with where they want to be.
Dude, I'll be glad to send you one of them. His name's Billy. He's 11 years old. And I'm going to say this so you got that. He's an asshole.
I look, I have enough issues here. Me and Morgan were talking the other night, and I've not said this publicly on a podcast before. So me and Morgan were talking the other night, and one that when I fall asleep, you can ask her, I'm like a rock. There is no waking me up. When I lived down in Alabama, I would sleep through tornado sirens. Like, it doesn't bother me. And so I randomly woke up. It was about 2:30 in the morning. And I roll over, and there's this almost grotesque looking creature, like this far from my face. I would describe it as a mixture between Dobby from Harry Potter and a gremlin.
Oh, shit.
And so what did I do? The smart thing. I fucking took a swing at it.
I would have.
And I didn't hit nothing, and it was gone. But I've never experienced something of that nature in my room before. So that was a little bit odd for me. But I know there's stuff here because Morgan knows there's stuff here. The old lady at the bottom of the staircase, the old man that likes to stand in the doorway of the kitchen. Fuck that dude. But yeah, so Blaine, could you please tell everybody out there listening, if they've never seen you on a podcast here, which if you watch the All Access Network quite regularly, you should know exactly who he is. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into the paranormal, and what kind of abilities do you have?
Well, when Morgan's is a year sooner than mine. I probably had it then, but at 4 years old, we lived across from a graveyard. And me and my grandmother would go pick blackberries, plums, and blueberries, wild stuff. And she'd make cakes and pies. Well, we lived on a real busy street. And going across the street, my grandmother stopped me. As soon as she did, I heard this lady crying. I turned around, this lady, this beautiful white dress, was kneeled over this grave, and she was bawling. And being from living in Alabama like you did, we're Southern kids, and we're, yes, ma'am, you're okay?
Yep, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
And she still had tears in her. She looked at me, she said, I'm okay now, baby. And then I finally got her back across the street, and my grandma goes, I knew your little ass had the gift. I knew it. She said, out of all my grandkids, I was her first grandkid. You're the one that got the gifts. She was my mentor when I first started, because she's full-blood Cherokee. And she got remarried and married a man in the military and moved out to Nebraska. So 7 years old, I was left on my own with these gifts. I figured this shit out by myself. It was scary. And sometimes, because like you said, you saw some creature leaning over you. Try that every day where you're seeing somebody that got shot, somebody got stabbed, somebody got burnt up, got dead and crumbled, disabled in a car wreck. That's the shit I saw every day.
I kind of feel like for me, from an aspect of paranormal investigating wise, I could probably deal with seeing those kind of spirits, but I don't want to wake up and have Dobby in my face asking me for a fucking sock.
No.
I'm not
But
going to.
you don't want to be 7, 8, 9 years old and have these people come because you had. I didn't know what to do with them.
No, as a
I was
child.
scared to death.
Yeah, no,
Right.
as a child, you're right. You're right, 100%. As a child, that's probably more frightening than anything, especially if you don't understand what's going on.
Yeah. And I started investigating in 1985. I was at a school at Norton Air Force Base. And me and my buddies were watching Helter Skelter on TV. And I said, dude, we're like 60 miles away from there. Dude, we went real old school. We had a cassette recorder, a Polaroid camera, and if you go in the Air Force, they give you this flashlight that has a glow-in-the-dark tip on it. We call it the Lackland laser. We go up there. I mean, really old school, dude. We went and got gas in the car, bought a map, and actually mapped ourselves up there before GPS was involved. I get up there, we're there 5 minutes, and an LA County sheriff pulled up and goes, "What the hell are you guys doing?" And we didn't have a word for ghost hunting then, dude. It's like, we're trying to catch a ghost. And he was like, "Dude, I get off in 5 minutes. Can I come back?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, you can come back. If you're up here, I don't get arrested for trespassing."
Fair point.
The first 3 EVPs I caught, Jay Sebring, who was a hairdresser for the Stars. He was like the Vidal Sassoon of the late 60s. I asked him what he did. He says, "I do hair." And then I got Abigail Folger, who was an heiress to the coffee fortune of Folgers. And I said, "What do you do?" And all she said was coffee. And this is on a cassette recorder now. Then Sharon Tate came through, and all she said was, "They killed me. They killed my baby." And that was my first 3 EVPs I ever called.
That's wild. Considering Sharon Tate, the Sharon Tate murders are one of the most widely documented murders in history. Was that the Black Dahlia?
No, that was the Manson murders.
The
Charlie
Manson
Manson
murders.
split,
Okay.
4 of his family up there. And see, he knew the house because a guy named Terry Melcher, who was Doris Day's son, was a record producer. And Charlie knew the house from going up there because Dennis Wilson from the Beach Boys. He used to bring them girls and drugs. And Terry Melcher said he'd give him a tryout. So he went up to the Spawn Ranch and recorded 4 songs of Charlie, which I have.
Yes, I did know that.
Songs. And Terry told him, "Charlie, you're okay, but you sound like everybody else." And it made Charlie mad. And that's why he knew the Tate house where they lived, because he'd been in there 1,000 times. Now, the LaBiancas was just random. They would do this thing called creepy crawlies. They go in people's houses and stare at them while they sleep and eat food out of the refrigerator.
I mean, if you're hungry, you're hungry.
Odd.
Yeah, you come in my house like that, you're gonna leave with lead poisoning.
It's kind of creepy though. They just watched everybody.
Yeah. They would stand over people in their beds and watch them sleep, and then go in there and help themselves to the refrigerator and steal food out of there to take back to the Spawn Ranch with them.
That's
But
crazy.
they've never been in the LaBianca house. Charlie just picked it by random. It was like riding down the road. It's like, that'll work. That's all it took. That'll work.
That'll work.
Charlie Manson was woo-woo anyways. I actually had an opportunity about 6 years ago to buy the television set that was in his jail cell.
Oh, shoot.
And I was not allowed to buy it because of certain people. But no, it was a steal. $300 for the television set, and it had the like state of corrections, who it belonged to, everything right on it.
Oh, shoot.
Dang.
Why wouldn't I want that?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, the only
Well,
thing,
actually,
the
you know
only
what?
thing
But
I
the public-
have is I have the 12,000 piece manuscript of the court readings. I've got a copy of that, and I've got a copy of Manson's prison ID.
Hell yeah. I love
I have-
stuff like that.
I have to ask though, the recording that you got, the EVP of Shannon Tate, that was super clear though, wasn't it? Because I heard it before you said it.
She was clearer than the other two were. Helter Skelter, you're right.
Yep.
It was very clear, and I'm so mad at myself because all the moves I made for the military, I lost that cassette recorder, I lost that tape.
Oh,
And-
That happens.
Yeah.
I have lost so much of my paranormal evidence throughout the
Mhm.
time because I've moved so much.
Mm-hmm.
You forget things, you leave them behind. You don't mean to.
No,
yep.
It happens, unfortunately. So speaking of your time in the military, I told you in the pre-show I wanted to touch on this. I know we touched on it last time, but just to tell the story one more time for people who don't know, you were recently on an episode of Monster Quest.
yeah, sure was.
So
Episode 2
can you tell us about that?
called Active Duty. Well, we went to Iraq in January of 2006, and even in January, it was still really hot there. I think our low was like 100 at midnight. Still, there was what they call a hardened air shelter, and it was 52 degrees all the time in there. And we had dropped a bunker buster on the thing, and basically vaporized about 40 Iraqi soldiers in there. Okay, I would go in there. Because it was cool in there, and it was just get my head, because we had just loaded literally a 747, unloaded, reloaded it, and then a C5 cargo plane, full upload, full download.
So it was a nice place to cool off.
It was. I went there, I grabbed me a Gatorade, I went and sit down on the rubble.
And thank you for that comment, by the way. I saw that. Sorry, Blaine.
It's all good. I'm sitting there, and I start to see Iraqi soldiers just walking around like they were still doing their job. And they saw me and started cussing at me in Farsi, which is the language they speak. I mean, I was getting dog cussed. I'm laughing because, like, ain't shit you can do no more. You're dead.
Yep.
That's fair.
And all of a sudden, all the soldiers just disappeared. And I'm sitting there looking at this back wall, and I watch this thing with this big melon head come out of the wall. His head, I'd have to say, was like twice the size of a basketball.
Are you sure it wasn't my brother?
It might have been, man. I don't know.
Sounds like him.
He got that big a head. Good Lord for that child. But I watched his head come through. Then I watched the rest of them come through. And it was about, I'd say about 12 foot tall. And had muscle upon muscle upon muscle. It was, I mean, there's no neck. Just like, it made Hulk Hogan look small, you know?
When you say no neck, I don't picture Hulk Hogan. I picture more like a Bobby Lashley type where the neck is really...
Dude, it made Bobby Lashley's neck look little.
That's insane.
Dude, it was huge. And I sit there and watch this thing for about 20, 25 seconds. Then it realized I was there. And then it charged me. Dude, I played football in high school. I'd never been hit that hard in my life. Dude, it hit me so hard. The wind come clean out of me. Hit me so hard. And this is, you got to remember, there's rubble all over the floor from where we dropped the bunker buster because nobody cleaned it up. I go back, hit my butt first, hit my back, then hit my head on a piece of rubble, and my head bounced back up. The first thing I do, I'm grabbing to make sure I ain't bleeding to death, you know?
Fair.
And as I was looking backwards, I seen this thing go through another wall, and it was gone.
That is wild.
Oh, makes it even worse, dude. As soon as I got done with that incident, I had to go to a staff meeting, and we got hit by 5 rockets and 4 mortars. I was like, this ain't my day.
That
And
is
then I
not,
get yelled at by our commander because we didn't get a plane off on time.
well, I mean, you know how the military works. You do shit on schedule. There's no excuse.
Well, it wasn't our fault. It was a civilian aircraft, so.
So I
Yeah.
have a question because I've never asked you this, but I'm sitting here thinking of. I've seen, of course, the episode like I don't know how many times.
Yes, I want
But-
you and Morgan to both jump in back and forth and ask questions. I'm all for that.
Go
So
for it.
I have
Go
you
ahead.
on here.
The reenactment honestly was good, and the AI stuff was excellent. I think, according to what I have heard this story a lot of times before it even came out. So of course, I'm looking and I'm seeing it like, yes, that's what he just described. It was really good, but in the reenactment, the guy had a helmet on. Did you have a helmet on?
Never. That's what made me laugh. And the dude was only like about 5'6". I'm 6'2",
Yeah.
6'3".
Blaine, I'm 5'4". I'm short. Both you guys know this, and Blaine's like huge.
Yeah, but here's
And I'm
the
like
thing.
looking at this thing. That's the only thing I like about my episode is like y'all could have put somebody at least look like me on there.
Here's the thing, though.
That damn,
We all know.
that,
We all know when it comes to filming for television, right?
yeah.
They're gonna find actors that they think best suit your description.
True.
Yeah.
But that best suit the description probably is nowhere close to the description of the actual person.
Well, you know what's funny? What's funny
They
though?
did pretty good, actually.
Everything that they said on the show, I told them everything about the gin when they had that Hakeem dude or whatever he is come out there talk about the gin. I'm like, that was word for word what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Every word of it.
Yeah.
So I have a question, but it's going to lead into a pig trail of a more important question I had.
What's that?
Okay.
So, well, I'm just curious. I love
I love
pick
pig
people's brains. Just remember that because I get on them a lot and you complain. You love them. You said
Only
it. You
when I'm
can't take
trying
it
to go
back.
to sleep.
I
Doesn't
will
matter.
pull you
You said
back if it goes too far. How about that? I'll pull you back if it goes too far.
It's not going to go too far. It just leads to another question. But I was curious because you mentioned that all of those soldiers, perished there. When you go into a place, do you feel how they pass? Do they
Yes.
make you feel that?
Yeah, and I learned a little trick though. I used to not know how to control it because I get bombarded at one time with everything that happened. Now I'll get that first one. I'm like, okay, time out, back up, tell me what's wrong with you. You don't have to show me. I already know.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that a lot. I think my favorite though is walking into a new location I've never been to, and I'll hear one or two things. Oh, great, Blaine's here. Or I'll hear, oh, F, Blaine's here.
That I've heard with my ears, not equipped.
You heard it.
Blaine's here.
We're both
Yeah.
dying laughing. What
Yeah.
the F's you doing here?
So that was going to lead me to my next question. What exactly are all of the different abilities that you have, the different clairs that you personally get? And then also,
Okay.
is there anything unique about how you get certain things?
Well, I get mine. Clear audio, clear. What's the word for seeing? I can hear and see ghosts. I just can't remember the words for them.
I don't either. It's okay.
Clear audio and clairvoyant.
Thank you. I knew it was
Yeah.
something weird that I know the words to, and I'm just old. I've got that CRS worse than you do, Nathan. So,
I'm sure. You
No
know what?
wonder I
I don't
have-
think that's possible.
but I can astral project. I can go to a place I've never been to before and start naming off spirits that are in the location. And usually I'll get them validated. Somebody will run a ghost box or run an EVP. I won't touch nobody's equipment because my energy messes it up. Gwen's tried to hand me stuff before, and I said, Gwen, I can't touch that.
Yeah.
She's like, why not? I said, as soon as I do, it's going to malfunction and not work anymore.
True.
Because it's not mine. But
So what you're telling me is next time I see you, if we have an opportunity to investigate together, I have a chance to do some physical data collection.
please do. Just do me a favor and don't jump scare me, please.
I
The
don't.
reason I asked that, dude, I got post-traumatic stress disorder.
He does.
And
Yeah.
my whole job when I'm in an investigation is to watch out for you, everybody else is around me, and all the spirits are around me. So what happens to me is I'll go into tunnel vision and I'll start having reenactments of rockets going off and mortars going off and watching dead people come off of helicopters. Because one of the jobs I had is once they brought them in by helicopter, they'd fly them back to Germany, then over to Dover where they could process them. we had to physically open up what they call HR cases, or human remain cases. There's a little tube on the side, and you pull it out. You had to look, and it showed you what their cause of death was. You already knew before. I already knew before I pulled it out. And then it would have a place where I had to sign it because we had to put dry ice on them, where it make it to Germany and make it. Correct. And they re-ice them in Germany. So that's what happens to me when I get jump scared. I'll see stuff like that.
I only jump scare the new guys.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Because it's a rite of passage.
You know, the only thing that's ever scared me on an investigation? A live armadillo. I had never seen one live.
Really?
Ever. Okay. And this thing came out of the woods to me. It didn't really scare me. It was like, holy crap, they do walk around the earth. I've never seen one. The only one I've seen on the side of the road doing this.
Oh, armadillos?
Yeah.
Funny story about an armadillo. And then I want to get back on because I don't feel like the question that Morgan asked was fully answered yet because we kind of got on a little bit of a sidetrack there, but we're backtracked to that. So funny story. When I first moved to Alabama, I did my thing. I once hit an armadillo with a 9-iron.
Nice.
In my defense, I was young and I thought it'd be funny. I'm like, oh, it's got armor. Let me go and hit the. I ran over and Happy Gilmore that sumbitch with a 9-iron.
Oh, Lord.
And it got up and chased me into the house, hissing. And let me tell you, they are a lot faster than people realize. And not just that, but they're the only animal on planet Earth that's known to carry leprosy. So if you didn't know that, now you do. But so carrying forward, though.
Morgan, another thing that I can do is I pick up energies real well. Distant energies, close energies, and I can tell right away within 5 seconds if you're going to be my friend or I'm going to just say hello to you and walk away. I can pick up on other people that have gifts. It's like a beacon to me. It's like, oh, like I know you have gifts. Before I even saw you, I knew you had gifts because the energy just radiates off of you, which is cool because I can see people's auras. What else can I do? I can do so much because I like what they call upgrades. Every now and then, like now I can start to finish people's sentences before they say them.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's weird, but it's cool at the same time. It's like, since I'm an empath medium, just say you and Nathan, before y'all came in here, y'all were having an argument. And then when I see you both, you're all nice and calm, but I still pick up that energy of you guys arguing with each other really quick.
It's like when you walk into a room.
What?
I'll say, so when you have that aspect, I feel like it would be similar to walking into a room because people don't realize that the emotions in a room, they cause a certain environment. And you walk into a room after someone's arguing, and if it's a tense argument, you could almost cut the fucking tension with a knife.
Dude, I've done it where I had spirits that were fighting when they died, and they were still angry after death.
And that's a bad way to go because then you're going to be bitter the rest of your afterlife.
Oh, God, are they bitter too? And I always pick up on the real nice ones too, like the damn child molesters, the rapists, the murderers. I get so, you guys went, I get so many of them pieces of crap.
He does.
So that's interesting. So that makes me wonder because I don't know quite what to call it, but I know that I pick up on people's shadows. But also, in the same sense, people that did bad things to them that have passed sometimes tend to try to sneak in and poke their way into conversations with them.
Always. Or they'll try to overtake the conversation, and I'll sit there and go, was I talking to you?
Just like they did in life sometimes, too.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I was talking to this lady and this gentleman. This is an A&B conversation. See your way out of it. I'll tell them shit. I'm like, I don't care. But I never provoke anything. But if you were if you hurt women or children, I have no mercy for you.
Agreed.
No.
Exactly. Yeah. It's weird though. With me, they're usually a coward.
Oh,
'Cause
they're
I've even had
always
a person
coward.
try to challenge them and say, "Let them come and tell me what they want to say. They can tell me whatever they want to say," and they literally back away, or they'll only appear as like a shadow and not even a solid shadow.
No, because they're cowards. And I'll give you a good example. Gwen knows about this. At Deep South Paracomic-Con down in Enterprise, where we won this year, a couple of years ago, they had a Ku Klux Klan outfit. And this dude,
What?
dude,
Oh,
they
that
had,
had to have felt horrible.
oh, he was so bad. He was a real coward. He was a pedophile. He was a rapist. He was a cheater. And
He was a woman beater too.
What's that?
He was a woman beater too.
Oh, that was a given. He was a piece of garbage. And he tried to challenge me. And I'm like, you really want to challenge me? I said, I don't play fair because I have a bear and a wolf as my animal guides. I have a 900-year-old Cherokee woman named Jana Law, and she's vicious. She is, I wouldn't want to mess with her. And I said, you really want to play? And first, I don't know if you guys know Matt Brown, Lee's husband.
I do.
Well, his stepdad was in the hospital. And this spirit was so mean, he went to the hospital and turned off his blood pressure machine. And the alarm went off, so they were like thought something was really wrong with him. He just turned it off. And then come back and goes, what you gonna do now? And the next thing he said, oh yeah, I'm going to your house and mess with your wife. I said, good luck getting there. Because I've got protection around this house. If I don't want you in here, you're not getting in here. And he came back and goes, I couldn't get in. I said, I know, I told you couldn't get in. I said, you're going to do this, man. Your ass is going to cross, and every person you ever hurt is going to get a free swing at you on the way out. He cowered up and started crying. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. I said, you did it to yourself. And then I let Bear and Wolf loose on him. That was fun. That was really fun for me.
Bless you, Gwen. I saw you sneezing.
He was screaming. I mean, make him stop. Make him stop. I'm like, brought it on yourself, buddy. You had a chance to act like a human being instead of an asshole.
You entered the space with intentions of being a stupid person.
Yep.
It's what's called fuck around, find out.
Oh, he found out all right. And I had it on recording too. And it came through the ghost box. You hear the bear growl at him and the wolf howl at him. And then he's screaming, make it stop, make it stop. Nope. Once I unleash the bear and the wolf, I'm done with you.
So now I kind of want to touch base on something else that you had mentioned during that little conversation there. And it's a question for both you and Morgan this time. So
Can I interrupt 1 second?
Sure.
Blaine, so when you mentioned your spirit animals, I'm not sure if it's fully entered and introduced themselves to you, but you also have an eagle. And it's more so for your further out surroundings, even though you can pull yourself out, but you've also got an eagle.
The eagle comes from our clan, our native tribe in South Carolina. We are the bird clan. So so that's, I love my eagle too. Eagle only comes around when I really need him. But he's
always keeping an eye though.
Oh, he always watches me. Mm-hmm. He watches over my granddaughter. He watches over my daughter. He watches over my wife. My wife, right now, I'm not working because I had cancer, of course, and I'm recovering. But he will follow my wife to work, make sure she gets inside okay, then follows her home, make sure she gets to the house.
Oh, because he's strong. He's a protector, but he is the sweetest for the people that he wants to protect and that he loves.
Oh, he's awesome. Yeah. I named him Elvin.
I don't know if he likes that or not for you.
Hey, he replies to it. So
going back to what you said about you have so much protection around your house, when you said that the spirit was trying to say, "Oh, I'll go get to your wife," right? So for both you and Morgan, in the line of understanding and work that you guys have as far as having mediumship abilities, how important is spiritual protection, spiritual boundings? Like boundaries, not boundings, sorry, boundaries.
I'll let Morgan go first.
I know that I need to be better with it. But for me, as far as protection goes, I know that my spirit team, my spirit family, all my people that I work with, they have my back. And even if I get nervous knowing that they're there, I will call them in and do, as you saw this weekend, I tried to do a quick meditation to make sure that they were with me.
Yeah.
And I have crystals that I know work for me in certain ways. I know I need to do more, but it is extremely important because you don't want to let that guard down. But you also, it's okay to be, in my opinion, the way I do it is if something's too close to me, sometimes I say it out loud. The disclaimer's not there, so I'll edit myself. And I will physically say, and you've heard it, I'm sure sometimes on the phone, back the F up.
Yep.
I've
Oh
heard
yeah,
it.
I do it all the time.
Yep.
Hi, Marla. Sorry.
You good?
One of the things I found out that my grandmother taught me is we didn't ask for the gifts we were given, but we were given to them for a reason. And people like us are very well protected. We have more spirits that come around us. It's just pure protection. And in the Cherokee belief, we believe you have 7 generations of family always around you. They never leave. That's their whole job. It's until you pass away and go be with them, and you might end up being somebody else's in your family. Or you could totally go to somebody random, like Janawa. She's not related to me that I know of, but she chose me before I was born. She's told me that many times.
So I have a question for your inner circle. Do you have any that were people that you knew in past lives, or like, because I know I have one that I was in a relationship with in a past life.
Yeah.
Who's still on my, I always find that so interesting.
I know that I've had at least 41 reincarnations going back to the oracles of Delphi. And I have spirit protectors from all those different generations I lived in that'll come around when I really need them. I call them my tribes because they will come around. I can call and ask for the 300. I can call, ask for Celtic warriors. I can call, ask for Roman soldiers or any Native American tribe. And they'll come when I need them. And I do it sometimes out of spite. If a spirit wants to be a douche, I will go, I'll give you a number. Do you want 300,000 or 400,000 warriors at you? I just pick a random number off the top of my head. And that's how many will go. Lee's husband, Matt's seen them come out of nowhere.
So going off of the topic of reincarnation, because I don't think that's ever a topic we ever hit on my podcast before.
No.
Not really.
So that's a new interesting thing. Look, I'm not sure if I believe in reincarnation, because if I had a past life and I was reincarnated, I probably came from a squirrel that got hit on the highway. That's the best way I can describe my mentality and my personality.
And backed over on a couple times. And there you go. That's you.
Yeah.
Nate, you want to know one of the past lives you did have, though?
I mean, you could tell me, but I'm not sure if I want to know or not, because I'm not sure if I believe in it.
You were a Civil War soldier, and you were a captain named John Jones, and you fought. He's telling me what you're saying. What to say? He fought out of Vermont. He was part of the Vermont regiment. And okay, I'll tell him. He said, we were badass. That's exactly what he said. We were badass.
I mean, I have people tell me that all the time, and I look at them like, well, if you really knew me, I'm a huge soft.
But back then during war, though, you transformed into a hellacious soldier.
I saw someone call me a dumbass. I want to pin that comment again because that was funny.
Who called him a dumbass? Oh,
No,
I
no,
thought.
no.
I thought they called me a dumbass. About to say, I want to pin that comment because I want to laugh at it. I have to read this.
dude, I'm just like, if you're gonna call me an asshole, call me a whole ass, because that's what I am.
But no, like I'm not sure if I fully buy into the past life reincarnation thing. I know a lot of people do.
Yeah.
For me, you know how I work. So for me,
Yeah.
it's data collection. It's physical. It's what I can physically, tangibly put in my hands and collect.
That's one of the things. I just tell you what they show me.
Right.
Do you know what's interesting though? I brought a folder of my father's, and it's at Nate's house because my father very much believed in past lives, named my brother because he believed that's his name in the past life, where he was a Civil War soldier. And in Nate's room, he has the folder full of printed names of soldiers in the Civil War.
Holy
That was
crap.
printed like 40 years ago.
I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Need
And
to
I also
look.
brought you a book on past lives. I forget the guy's name, the one that said he could first like go to do the Akashic records. I forget his name.
I'm not sure. All I know is if I was reincarnated, it's either the Civil War soldier or a roadkill squirrel. It's one of the two.
Dude, you might have one of those lives too. When you fell out of a damn tree, you got hit by a car. Who knows?
Yeah,
You know
sure.
what? I almost fell out of the back of a van once. That was an interesting story, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, so let me ask you, Blaine. When you go out and you do these things, first and foremost, I want to ask you because I didn't ask you last show. I know for a while there you were incapacitated doing cancer recovery, and how did that affect you personally? I kind of want to just get a little bit, somber here.
It increased my mediumship abilities because it was like you lose certain things because it was very fatiguing, but I was still sharp as a tack when it came to spirits. I could still hear them and I could still see them, and I had several spirits come and check on me to make sure that I was okay. Past family and past friends would all come. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ash.
It's interesting. It feels like you also had spirits that were just kind of spirits that came along the way from different locations that you had like special moments with. They even came to visit you.
They did. And this is what's funny. I was talking about all my child spirits I have here. One night, me and my wife were watching TV, and somebody knocks on the front door. And I go to answer the door, and there's nobody there. The next thing I see is these two spirits have this little boy named Samuel come out of my tree onto the ground on my front porch and goes, "He's yours now," and they left. So I've got Sammy. Sammy's a cool little kid.
Speaking of your children, speaking of all your child spirits, that Billy, please only send him on the weekends. I'm not there.
Oh,
That's just for Nate.
yeah, I can do that for you. No,
He's a
no,
little
So
he's
you
a
can
little
blur
shit. Let me
this
tell you
out.
what this little joker does.
If there's a way to blur this out,
Yeah, dude.
Oh, Billy saw. He saw.
Oh, Billy saw. He's right behind me. What's
That's
funny
fine.
with Billy, he's 11, and I have a little girl named Amanda. She's 12. And every time Billy acts up, I said, "Billy, keep it up. I'm going to have Amanda kiss you right on the damn mouth." And he'll behave for like 3 days.
I mean, I'm not worried about a little bit of a rambunctious spirit. It doesn't bother me.
Dude, all he does is he likes to turn on attic lights. He likes to turn on Jennifer's hairdryer. He likes slamming doors, opening cabinets. And
You hear him running down the hall. I know that one.
oh, we hear him running all the time. I'll be on the phone with Lee, and
Excuse me.
she was like, "Oh, Billy's near." I said, "He heard your voice. He likes Lee." I'm like a dad figure to him.
If you want to send it this way every other weekend, I mean, I'd be open to it. It's data collection for me. That's what it is.
Dude, he'll probably go. Then he'll be back here real quick.
Yeah, I not much frightens me. but I do got something in my throat. So if y'all want to ask another question.
Oh, I do have a question for you, Blaine, actually, because you mentioned,
Sorry, guys.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's one
You
of those
mentioned-
hairs.
Probably.
No,
You mentioned,
I swallowed wrong and something went down the wrong
I
tooth.
hate when that happens. Go ahead, Morgan.
you mentioned your abilities increasing. So I'm curious, do you ever notice anything like in the real world, like things acting up as your energy or your gifts increase?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Louis.
It's weird because I'll be driving and a traffic light that literally just changed will change back again within like 2 or 3 seconds.
Interesting. So mine is always with water. Like weird things will happen with water.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It means you're a water spirit then.
Which is so interesting because technically I'm fire. I'm an Aries.
But you have a combo of water and fire because I have a combo with water and earth.
Okay.
And I'm a Libra, so don't ask me how that one works.
Yeah, see, I don't look into the types of spiritual energies that people are. Like, I know I'm a Scorpio. I'm some kind of elemental spirit. I
You're
don't know what
water.
it is.
Remember,
And-
fire and water were not supposed to work.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why would I be water?
Because you're a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm a dude.
Dang, I
That
don't
could be
totally
fire.
understand it either. I just go with it.
Anyways,
I don't fully get it. I
gonna
just
go
know what
off
I
on that.
am.
I'm overthinking. I'm not going off on that pig trail tonight. Not tonight. But so earlier you brought up the aspect of astral projection, Blake.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, what? Thank you, sir. Yes, the beard oils are working great. Sorry, I have to respond to that comment. The
No
beard
problem.
oils are amazing. I finally got a comb that I can comb my beard with, and it doesn't get caught in the knots and rip the freaking hair out of my face.
Ouch.
But yeah, no, they're going great. Like I told you, I'm not shaving it till the brawl, brother. But
I told him
so-
last night that it looked good. So
yeah, so let me tell you, when it comes to astral projection, because I feel like even though I don't claim to have abilities, I have felt and experienced what I thought could have been an astral projection kind of aspect. What exactly does it feel like?
All right, the first time, dude, it's weird because the first time I did it, I was probably like 9. And I got as far as our ceiling in the house. And I couldn't go no further because once I was scared because I could see my body below me. And all of a sudden, I just fell back in my body like a ton of bricks. And I tried to get it walking. It looked like a newborn baby giraffe.
oh Lord.
And then I got a little bit more progressive. I could go out of the ceiling into the roof. And then I started progressing even more. I could take myself anywhere I wanted to in the universe. So I've actually seen other planets when I astral project. But I usually do it like right before an investigation because I want to see what spirits I have to deal with there. So I'll show up at the location. I won't disturb anything. I'll just sit there and observe and see what's going to be there for me when I get there. I don't know anything about the location, but I just want to know what spirits I'm going to have to deal with.
So I have a question about that. When you go to locations, do you still go through the whole process if you see yourself lifting up out of your body to go there, or are you just there?
Well, at first it was just I could see my body. After that, I didn't see my body anymore. All I would see was wherever it projected me to. And I couldn't make a choice early on where I was going. Then all of a sudden I could go where I wanted to, which was pretty cool.
Interesting. So I'm curious on your insight then, because when I practice with Nate, he just tells me to start and he has the location picked out. So I have no clue where I'm going, but
That
I'm
is
walking through
literally
these
what I was about to
locations.
ask.
You snooze, you lose. So
Exactly.
we start, but I'm like walking through these locations. I don't know what these locations are. I'm just physically there. I don't see myself being lifted out of my body to travel there. I'm just smack dab in the location.
Yep. That's how I end up now. And
It's a good question, Ash. We'll get to that. Hang on.
Ash, yes, I do physically see the location, but I also look for the energies that are there because I want to know about what I'm going to have to walk into and what I'm going to need to do to protect the people there with me and see how many asshole spirits I got to deal with to know what I'm coming into. But I don't know any history of the location, unless it's somewhere like Gettysburg. Everybody knows the history of Gettysburg, you know. I didn't know any information on the USS Salem when I went there. I had such fun there.
She didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't know anything. That's where we met.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I asked her about 3 days after the event because she was a part of my group. I was co-leading with Alan Rex from Larissa
Third Eye
Rex and
Paranormal?
the Haunted Mafia.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Haunted Mafia.
You know, she stole that name from me because I originally had the Ghost Mafia, the Haunted Mafia, and the Haunted Syndicate.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was investigating with Alan Rex Jr. and she was part of the Skeptical Sailors tour when she could have went on the psychic tour with Thomas Patrick Gormley.
Yeah.
And being, I don't know, for whatever reason, universe works in strange ways, I guess. She chose to be on our tour. And so we were walking through, we were at the back of the line, and she keeps asking me these questions. And I'm like, yeah, that tracks with the history. That tracks with the history. That tracks with the history. It's about 2 or 3 days after the event. I send her a DM on Facebook, and I'm like, look, I've got to ask, because I'm curious. How much of that shit did you Google before we did that event?
Nothing.
That apparently is not the correct question to ask.
That's the only time you asked it.
Only time.
There you go.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, you know, one of the funnest things I had on USS Salem was up there in the Admiral's quarters. And we were doing a ghost box session up there. And I said, watch this. I'm going to walk out. They'll call my name. I literally stepped out the door. Where's Blaine? Where's Blaine? Where'd Blaine go? Where's Blaine? Everybody freaked out because I knew it was going to happen. And it was hilarious to me.
Yeah, that was something that I think first caught his interest, was because before we even started, I walked up to Alan and I was like, do you guys have a boo buddy, like on the shirt that you're selling? Because there's a little girl, which made no sense to me because I didn't know the history. So there's a little girl and she will come and she's going to interact with us. And we were the only team that got any interaction. And as soon as that bear came out, it just kept going off.
Yeah, and that's true.
And that little girl, come to find out, that little girl, because after I picked up on her too, around the middle of the ship, and come to find out, her dad was an officer on that ship, and that's where he would take her there sometimes when they were docked, and he'd show her around the ship. She remembered that place because she died like 3 years later. I think she ended up dying of like smallpox or something. She had some kind of stuff that killed her about 6, 7 years old. And that was her favorite memory, getting to go on the ship with her dad. So that's why she always comes back there.
Yeah, and she's a very prominent spirit. And I kind of think I threw the tour guide that was giving us the guide around the ship off guard when I asked about the 5 people that were brought over from the other ship that was docked just a little bit of down the way that had an engine explosion, and 5 people were injured, 4 of them died. Apparently, I don't think from his reaction that anyone has ever asked that during one of these events that they put on.
Yeah.
But that's
Morgan,
why
did you pick up on the man that was melted into the metal at the bottom of the ship?
No, I know about him, but are you asking Morgan or me?
Asking Morgan.
Up on things. Okay.
Nate would probably remember better because typically when I pick up, unless it's something that really stands out or it's something that takes a bit of rewording for somebody to get it, or they tell me later, I don't remember it. I do think I said something about possibly like something to do with a person in an explosion, but I remember 2 that stuck out was I mentioned 2 men that died of hypothermia, and the guy that worked on the ship was like, yeah, there was exactly 2 men who did die from hypothermia, but most people don't pick up on them.
Yeah. I always get the stuff that's weird because they want a voice too.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
he told me he said I was back there welding where I was supposed to weld, and the other guy that was welded him in there. Just welded him shut, didn't realize he was in there. So he just died in there. So his spirit roams there.
Yeah, I think the first one that came through for me, because
Yeah.
he was coming to visit me for
He
days
was cool.
before. Yeah, I think it was the
Yeah,
cook
we
that
had a
came through.
blast. I had to stop at
Yes, the cook.
Sorry.
Yeah. He wanted to feed me.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, anytime a ghost is willing
He
to
was
cook
like, "Are
something
you
up,
hungry,
I'm
sir?"
here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was like, dude, I'll eat some Navy grub. Because I think I did it right. Because when I went on the ship,
I was
Did
going to
you ever
ask,
get-
did he, sorry,
No, go ahead.
go ahead. I was just curious, did he like actually get you to taste any of his food, or did you get to smell his cooking?
I smelled his cooking. He was cooking some kind of stew because I could smell the meat and the potatoes in it. And what was cool though, before I even walked on the ship, I walked up the gangplank, and I'm an Air Force guy, but I knew to ask permission to board the ship. And I had an ensign sit right there and go, "Mission granted, sir." I'm like, "Okay, thank you. I'm coming aboard now." But I'll do that with any battleship I go on or aircraft carrier, just out of respect for my fellow, servicemen. And
Right.
I respect their traditions and their stuff that they do. But yeah, they love talking to me on that boat.
And as always, Blaine, thank you for your service.
Oh, you're
Yes, thank you.
I appreciate it.
But I definitely see we got about a minute and a half left. We might run it slightly over, but we're gonna go around the horn here with the question tonight. Okay, so we're gonna go Morgan first. You got one location you can go to, all expenses paid, and to investigate the paranormal. Where are you going?
Even though I'd be extremely claustrophobic, the pyramids, because I definitely had a life back then.
I like that. I like that. I mean, I would go to King Tut's tomb and test out the theory of the curse, but that's just me. So we got the pyramids.
Mhm.
Who are you bringing with you? They could be alive or dead. They do not have to be involved in the paranormal. Who are you bringing with you? I cannot be an option, by the way.
Why are you adding all these rules?
I add certain stipulations per guest.
Yep.
He does.
Well, that's lame. I don't know. You know what? I'd bring Houdini because he was a huge skeptic, right?
He
Ooh,
was.
That is fun.
that's a good one.
He was actually one of the people who helped disprove the Fox sisters. So I love that. So we're going to the pyramid. You're bringing Houdini. I already know what piece of equipment you're bringing with you. Your mediumship abilities are inherent. I assume you're bringing cat balls.
I am. That or my Freddy Krueger thing.
Oh, the Freddy Krueger thing is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So going around the horn, Blaine, you got one location you can go to, bucket list, all expenses paid. Where you going?
Tower of London.
Tower. Oh, that's a good choice.
Good one.
I want to go talk to Amber Lynn up there.
That's a very good choice. So we're going to the Tower of London. You got one person you can bring with you. They can be alive or dead. Who are you bringing with you?
Elvis Presley.
Elvis. Okay. My question is he wearing blue suede shoes?
Dude, I want him in full costume, man.
Heck yeah.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
And he is actually mine and Lee's cousin, too, so.
That would be awesome.
Mhm.
So going to the Tower of London, you're bringing Elvis Presley. What piece of equipment are you bringing with you? Your abilities are inherent. They do not count.
Ghost box and cassette recorder.
Louis, I'll let you know about the Freddy Krueger thing after the show.
Oh, please do. I was going to tell you, Morgan, the pyramids aren't that bad. They're not as claustrophobic as you think. I've been there, and we got to see places that only like that Zawas guy sees.
Okay,
I mean-
I've seen videos of like going up to get into the tunnel, and I'm like 5'9". I'm like, that's not going to work well.
I'm 6'3", so I made it there.
Yeah,
You're
true.
right.
True.
He's gonna be walking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
You do it for a little bit, and once you get past that part, it's wide open. You're like, damn.
So since
Okay.
we're going around the horn, Gwen, you got one place, bucket list location. Where you going?
He already knows this. He gives me hell every time. So I want to go the entire country of Scotland, but Nate says no. Black Nest cancel.
Oh, Black Mass is badass.
That's fair. So we're
Yeah.
going to Black Mass Castle. Who you bringing with you?
Ooh. That's always true. One of my spirit guides that was a soldier, and I'm not gonna say his name.
That's fair.
But
That's
if you
fair.
guys,
So-
if you guys been with me, you know that.
That's fair. So we're going to Black Mass Castle. You're bringing your spirit guide / expired soldier. What piece of equipment are you bringing with you?
Probably my camera because it's got audio and video.
That's fair. Guys, I have to say, I think this was a very successful episode.
Wait.
What?
Hello.
Your answers. Let's go.
My answers?
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
your answers.
Where are you going? You said
Where
round
am I
table.
going?
Yeah.
Very simple. Left Castle, Ireland.
Nice.
I'm
But
definitely
yeah.
going to
Take
Left
with
Castle.
Left Castle was badass, dude. Been there.
Who taking with you?
Who am I taking with me? Harry Houdini.
Oh, got
And
two
what
Houdini.
equipment,
I like
sir?
that.
Well, I've always respected his work, and I know how much he was into debunking, so that's kind of my forte. And if I'm bringing any kind of equipment with me,
Cat balls.
very simple, digital recorder.
Yep.
Because EVP work is my specialty.
I
So
love EVPs, man. I get millions of them.
I've never been asked that question on my own fucking podcast. How in the
You're
hell
welcome.
did that happen?
Because we had predestined that. I thought about it before Morgan said it. I'm like, no, you went round table, dude. You got to give yours too.
Oh, I wasn't letting him not do it. Yeah.
Right.
No, that's fair. I was not expecting that. You kind of caught me off guard there. But yes, we're going to Left Castle. I got Harry Houdini on my side, and I'm bringing a voice recorder.
Cool.
Yeah, I met a real cool elemental there at that castle that showed me around the castle.
Oh, I've heard
That's
the place
cool.
is epic.
Yeah, it was fun.
But Blaine, thank you so much for coming on as a guest. Morgan, thank you so much for co-hosting for the last hour. I greatly appreciate you both. I love you guys. And if you wouldn't mind just hanging out in the background for a few minutes, and we'll close out the show.
Okay. Thank you.
There you go. All right. That
I
was
feel
cool.
like that was a great show.
That was cool. You
We're
really
not
thought I
gonna-
wasn't gonna make you answer this time? What?
You know what? I wasn't sure, but you know what? That's the way the cookie crumbles. I said round table. Round table does come full circle to me. And so maybe I should have said a 3/4 table.
No.
But
you can't
it
get
is
away
what
with
it is.
that.
It is what it is. I like my answers, so I'm happy with them. But I feel like that was a great show. If you
Yes.
guys missed out this morning for Wicked Wednesdays, you probably missed out on Christina's Bloom show this morning with Jeremy Cotter, was it not?
Yes.
And I'm going to go back and rewatch that because I had to work, so I missed out on that myself. I'm going to go back and rewatch it. Please be sure to stay tuned. Here shortly, Jeremy Carter's coming on with his guest Adam Began.
Yes.
And Adam is amazing. He's loud, he's boisterous, but he's awesome. So it's going to be a fun show. I'm looking forward to that. This was another Wicked Wednesday. Gwen, I appreciate you so much for doing what you do. And
Thank you.
next time, we got Jeremy Chires coming on. Paranormal investigator Jeremy Chires coming on the show. And I will see you guys next Wicked Wednesday. Same spooky time, same spooky network.